Yeah, folks. So we talk about Miranda a lot. We talk about Laura a lot, but I love more comments pointing out Calvin's flaws. And that's the fact that regardless as to whether or not you agree or disagree with Laura's stance on Calvin not protecting or defending her, I love a lot of people going, well, Jeremy, this is how Calvin's always been, even in his first marriage, being aloof and not really stepping in when it came to his wife Miranda at the time dealing with his family. And when it comes to the Laura situation, I do agree that boundaries should have been established a long time ago. And on the one hand, yeah, it's the Ella factor. She's the one who's always welcoming Miranda into stuff. But Miranda, while she was really trying to step on Laura's space, so to speak, when it was clear that, hey, you weren't invited to this event, Miranda, like maybe you shouldn't show up, or yeah, what was it, the family game night episode, or then the episode where she was out on a date with a man, and Laura and Calvin were over at Curtis and Ella's for dinner. It was just the four of them, which proves that yes, early in the show's revival, Laura was welcome into the home. But the problem was Miranda would just come in at the oddest moments. Like Ella gave her some pepper spray for the date. She stopped by the house to give the pepper spray back to say, oh, well, thanks, but I didn't need it. And it's like, she didn't have to stop by that night. I bet she was eager to do so because she probably had her date pull up to the house, noticed that Calvin or Laura's car was there, and out to, ooh, I know what I'm about to do. It's like she knew what she was doing. Basically trying to flaunt her date in front of Calvin, which was crazy because Laura was looking him up and down, and then Curtis pretty much clowning his son in front of Miranda's new man. And it's like, bro, that's messed up. But I really wanted to focus on Calvin and his selfishness because a couple of clips I saw earlier tonight revolved around the clip of Calvin going to his mom to discuss Tracy wanting to go to Houston with her new boyfriend because of his new job, and then taking Junior with her. And then another clip when Miranda, ironically enough, also was going to head out to either Texas or New Mexico, basically out in the West, because of an opportunity. Her job was giving her a promotion, which would have given her a lot of money, because it's funny how that episode aired after the one, not directly after, but it was sometime after the episode where she was demanding more child support for Calvin. And essentially, Calvin has this thing where he gets bent out of shape when the women or former women in his life want to move forward with their life. It's almost like he wants, like Tracy, he wants Miranda, he wants those ladies to just freeze frame their livelihoods and accommodate him. I don't want you taking my son away. I don't want you taking my son away. I said it twice because in reference to Christian and Junior. And Miranda, for all of her faults, she did say something profound in this episode. Calvin, what do you expect me to do? You are about to get married to Laura and start a brand new chapter in your life. What am I supposed to do? Just sit around twiddling my thumbs while you move forward and I just sit here doing nothing? This is an opportunity for me to expand my career and make more money, and I want to take Christian with me. And then with Tracy, it's like, yeah, she sent Junior with you to get his attitude readjusted because he was acting up. And just because he goes to Houston doesn't mean, and the same thing with Christian, just because they go out of state doesn't mean they're going to be gone from you forever. They're with their mothers. And I'm pretty certain, there'll be times where, Miranda could fly out Christian, or Tracy could fly out Christian, or vice versa. You travel to Texas to pick up your son and spend a week for something with him in Atlanta. It's just like he can't fathom that the world doesn't revolve around him. It's like everybody has to, orbit my life, but you can't change. Like Miranda, I don't want you bringing another man around our son. Or Tracy, I don't want you going out of state, taking our son with you with a guy, I don't know, that kind of thing. It's just selfish, because the whole thing about the episode was, hey, you know what? I need to go to court to get a lawyer to fight for custody with Tracy over Junior. It's like, do you really need to do that? As opposed to having a mature conversation, just telling Tracy about Junior's development and whatnot. Because you would think that the mothers would say like, well, Calvin, you're about to get married, so I think maybe it'll be best for me to take our son for a while, get acclimated to our new environment, while you get married to Laura. You all get settled in, enjoy the honeymoon phase, and then once everything is said and done, that's when we can go back to the whole changing of the guard in terms of who our child stays with. But no, he has to keep everything the way he wants it. And overall, that's kind of a conflict of interest, because a lot of fans have speculated one of the reasons why Laura gets bent out of shape is because she was most likely under the assumption that perhaps Calvin, despite having two sons, wouldn't be as active a father as he is. But, well, that's not the case. And I love how Ella told, even though she doesn't like Tracy, told Calvin, well, she is the mother of Junior. So the bond between a mother and their son is strong. And Calvin just didn't want to hear that, which is crazy, because as much as we talk about Laura being immature and unable to have legit, adult conversations with people, you can't forget that Calvin is immature as well. Just putting that out there. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below, because I do feel like if that episode where Miranda mentions she meets someone, if that's a plot point that lasts for more than one episode, bet money Calvin's going to get bent out of shape about it.